What's going on, crypto fam? Hopefully you guys are having a great Saturday weekend. Thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. Today we're going to talk about crypto adoption and what that means for Bitcoin and how you can get more involved and understanding where Bitcoin is going. So let's jump right into today's topics, and that's the adoption of Bitcoin.
The technical answer in Bitcoins is that Bitcoins is a remarkable cryptographic achievement. And the ability to create something which is not duplicable in the digital world has enormous value. Very hard, but it's incredibly useful for many, many computer applications. So without commenting on whether the Bitcoins will get regulated, because you're the expert, not and you guys are the expert, not me. The Bitcoin architecture, literally the ability of having these ledgers that can't be replicated, is an amazing advance, and lots of people will build businesses on top of that. The Stone revelations did a real number on our relations with a whole bunch of countries. Think about Germany, for example. And Cheryl and I have been spending lots of time dealing with the consequences and the perception of American NSA activities and so forth. And this is a good example of what will happen in the future, because countries aren't going to stop spying on each other. And no one quite knows how to solve this problem. An example is a couple of weeks ago, Angela Merkel indicated that she would be in favor of actually having data localization within Germany, which sounds like a great political thing, but it's one, not workable, two, it breaks the internet, and is a very bad idea for the German citizens. We're facing similar issues for both companies all over the world. We're facing similar issues in Brazil for both companies and so forth. So I don't think we've quite figured out all the consequences of that in the government sense. You ultimately have to say to citizens, we will keep your information private. You have to decide, you have a responsibility for how much you want to disclose, where you want to disclose it. You can't just blindly assume that it's the old model. The new model has a lot more subtlety in it. You've got to create an environment where incumbents can't block new entrants. So you have to have a place, right? Some place where startups can flourish, where the regulators won't kill them. Most industries are highly regulated, and without passing judgment, the regulators and the regulatees have gotten to know each other really well. And the new startups, the incumbents, the new ideas, they're not at the table. So an awful lot of the regulations tend to favor the incumbents or the structural incumbents. You got to fix that. Maybe there are limits to what the internet can do. Maybe there are some problems that not even the internet. At the Computer History Museum, you're willing to say such a bold statement?
Thanks, Syria and Ukraine offer two really compelling examples of a bug that exists in our techno-optimism. If you look at Syria, you have 150,000 people who've been killed, millions of refugees flooding across the border, chemical weapons used on at least 3 different occasions that we know of. And yet, there's no shortage of videos coming out of Syria. Each one of those videos is more horrific than the one that came before it. The government is setting up checkpoints to look at people's phones and see what exists on their various profiles.
In the 1980s, women were getting 35 to 37% of the computer science degrees. We're down to 13. If you believe this is important, if you believe the wage gap matters, if you understand that technology jobs are so important to future employment and they're better paid, you have to worry about equality, you have to worry about the wage gap increasing. There's a lot to worry about with women not being in computer science.
This is a real national crisis for America. And there are plenty of fields where they have figured this out. Classic example is in biology, where a majority of scientists are now women. So it is possible to do this. We've got to come up with a consensus of how we're going to guide this. We need the IQ, we need the talent. We're still fighting the wars the old way rather than the new way. So all of our interventions seem to basically involve trying to deal with the citizens. What's the best thing that you can do for the citizens? Empower them. One of the things that the internet can do is can empower individuals. The natural strengths of the society can come out. Why don't we build those wireless networks? The life of autocratic dictators is going to get a lot worse. The empowerment of the individual, because of the technology that we all build, is a new problem for them. They can't shut the internet down completely. If you do that, the middle class assumes you're really scared and picks the other side. We talk about this in the book. So the reality is you have to work with the internet, which means your citizens are going to get empowered. It's a race between the good guys and the bad guys. in a situation where the technology can be militarized and used to really hurt people, the technology can allow for scale and damage. Right? And there are a number of possible scenarios there. And I worry about that. I worry that that's a race and that we don't fully understand some of the platforms and implications of things that we might be doing that might empower evil people. The second one is the jobs question. And there, the race is the race between computers and humans. And by the way, I'm clearly on the human side on this. The humans have to win. And the reason the humans have to win is that the things that are uniquely human, judgment, creativity, and so forth, have to shine while many of these infrastructures are getting built. And the human systems to deal with human failings, governments, and so forth, have to be updated. And I worry that it's not happening fast enough.
So yeah, it's a little bit on a topic of resurfaced video from 2014 shows former Google CEO hailing Bitcoin as remarkable. We all know in the Bitcoin and crypto space that it is remarkable for certain reasons. Those reasons are for you to figure out. If you go to my other videos and listen to them, talk about it, and find out why the big players are getting into it, you'll know that Bitcoin is remarkable, and you'll understand that it's the future, whether you like it or not. It's how we create the future into a better community and a better place for our children, grandchildren, and everybody else to grow up in the way we want to create it. So it's about getting out of the old system and into the new. Moving on to the next topic is flow price up 45% amid partnership with Instagram and Meta. So again, this video today is all about adoption. So for another partnership to happen with Instagram and Meta is huge. Whether you like Meta, whether you like Instagram is a relative. The fact that they're partnering up shows what should you have been doing, not financial advice, but during this bear market, during this downturn, during this what everybody's calling doomsday crypto event, you should be buying, dollar cost averaging in, hodling, and making sure you have your wealth preservation reserved. So today, one of our top performers is Flow, an eco-friendly blockchain built for next-generation Web3 apps. The price of its ERC20 token, Flow, is up over 45%, rising from a low of 2.5 to peaking at 2.9 within hours. One reason for the recent price hike is August 4th announcement of a partnership with Instagram, which support Flow in its latest efforts to integrate crypto and NFTs into its platform. Let's take a closer look at Flow and its token Flow and see what makes this project unique. So basically it talks about Flow launched in January 2021. If you guys don't know what Flow is, go ahead and look up Flow on your whenever you want and just check it out in your own time. One interesting fact about Flow is that it was conceived by the same team that created CryptoKitties, one of its first NFT project to go viral in 2018. Flow compromises a decentralized network built and supported by a growing community of Web3 brands and builders. Its ever-expanding ecosystem includes a wide range of apps, so dApps, ranging from NFT applications to DeFi, metaverse, crypto coins, etc. So these are the top projects on the Flow blockchain, which makes the more of a reason why there's so much adoption in this area. You got NBA Top Shot, NFL All Day, UFC Strike, Gaia Marketplace. I did a video on that. Just go back and check it out. The Matrix World, Flunks, so on and so on. And then it just talks about the why is Flow price rising. Well, I just went over that. So yeah, you can check this article out. It's on So then right here it talks about welcome to the VR Soldier, founded in April 2017. We strive to bring the latest cryptocurrency, gaming, and tech news. About VR Soldier. VR Soldier is dedicated to VR news section and also includes a variety of educational articles relating to VR, which is virtual reality, AR, etc. You can find reviews about VR headsets, about the latest HTC Vive and Oculus Rift games. So, in my opinion, virtual reality, the metaverse, all this stuff is huge. These are the people that are behind this project and so on. Moving on to the next crypto topic of the day that's coming out of the Daily Hodl. U.S. Senator asks top financial regulator to roll back crypto guidelines set in place for banks. Now, to me, this article is pretty fishy. Why would they want to do that? Why would U.S. Senator ask top financial regulator to roll back crypto guidelines set in place for banks? Because if you go back and look at my other videos, I got part 1 of CBDCs and part 2 of CBDCs. Yeah, there's some crypto influencers out there talking about CBDCs will never happen. Well, I showed you proof that they're planning them, they're perfecting them, and I'll show you another article of where they're already doing it at another place. U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren, we love her, don't we? Is reportedly asking the office of the comptroller of the currency, OCC, to pull back the crypto guidelines it set in place for banking institutions. Why would that be? According to a new report by Bloomberg, Warren is circulating a letter in the Senate that would ask OCC to roll back its guidance involving a number of interpretations, including the definition of stable coins that eventually enabled banks to offer crypto custody services to clients. In my opinion, not financial advice, you do not want your assets held by a banking institution, period. Obviously, they can't handle the current fiat situation. Why would you want your crypto assets being held by banks? What do? They take your money, they then lend it out to someone else who then defaults on it. Then they create more of it to cover that default and then sell it back to you at a higher rate, which is fees for having a savings account or a checking account or whatever, stating that we're basically screwing you long term. So if they're screwing you in the fiat system, the debt based fiat system, what makes you think they're not going to screw you in the crypto new system that's coming out? So this is where you have to choose: become your own bank or be ruled by the banks. They who control the money supply, food supply, water supply, energy supply control the world. Well, we all know the corrupt banking system cabal controls the world. And if you haven't figured that out yet, do some more research, think about it, and you'll understand. Moving on. Next topic is this is what I'm talking about. Bank of Thailand plans retail CBDC pilot test by the end of the year. So we know China is already rolling one out. I believe it was Brazil that was testing one. We know the United States plans on bringing one out. They're using their test pilots over there in China and Taiwan and all these other countries. And now Thailand to see how it works. So therefore, what do? You get your money out of the corrupt central banking system, get it out now, figure out Bitcoin. You need help, links down in the description below. We can help you. Moving on. This one's coming out of Cointelegraph. What is decentralized money market and how does it work? The decentralized... Oh, sorry about that. Phone call. Decentralized money markets function without a custodian, allowing only the original user to withdraw funds deposited by lenders and borrowers. It says the seamlessly flow of capital between borrowers and lenders is a key aspect of a vibrant economy. Anyone with an extra asset can lend it out or lend it to put their idle capital to work, while people needing it to grow business or meet operational costs can easily access it. Money markets are the platform where borrowers and lenders can meet. Throughout history, money markets have been generators of economic activities. Though the structure of money markets has altered with time, their role has remained unchanged. How does the money market work? Well, conventionally, money markets were centralized structures facilitating the deals between lenders and borrowers. Borrowers would approach money markets to get a short term loan under a year that might be collateralized. If the borrowers can't pay back their loans, the lenders can sell the collateral to recover the loan funds. When the loan is repaid, the collateral is returned. Borrowers are required to pay interest to the lenders for providing them working capital and a fee to the money market for facilitating the deal. The interest rate provides adequate liquidity for borrowers as well as lenders. The fee paid to the money market helps them meet their operating expenses. There is a problem with centralized structure. We know this, though it simply puts too much power and influence regarding users' funds in the hands of a single entity that can change the terms and conditions for other stakeholders in arbitrary manner. Worse, they can even siphon off funds and their custody gains. A decentralized structure provides a robust alternative to centralized money markets. So, a lot of you guys that watch my channel understand what decentralized and non decentralized, so centralized, is. And this is a good article that shows and talks about what it is and what it isn't. That's what makes Bitcoin so strong, and that's why they hate it. They can't stand it. They want it to be centralized. They want to be able to control you as much as they can. If this is not a conspiracy, just think about it. If they can control the money supply, they can control you. So with CBDCs, that's their end game. The Federal Reserve wants to be the lender and borrower of last resort, period. They are buying up everything. When you go back to the too big to fail banks that failed back in 2008, well, what happened? They gave bail-ins. So there's no longer bail-outs, there's bail-ins. Well, actually, there's both. I take that back. But anyways, bail-in is where it happened in Lithuania. The banks took the money from the people because they didn't get bailed out, so they bailed in and said, "You don't own this money. We're going to give you food stamps so you can go buy your measly little one bread a day or one orange, enough to feed a family of 4 or 2 or 3. If you're in China, you get 1 kid. I think you're only allowed 1 or 2 kids. After that, you got to be basically fixed like a dog. You can only have so many kids." And that's what they want for America. America has too much freedom. They don't like it. They want to control everything. When I say they, that's the Federal Reserve, the banking system. It's corrupt. It's manipulated. It's done for. So get out of it now. Get into cryptos. Get into Bitcoin, and you will figure out a life of living free. So moving on, last topic of the evening or morning, wherever you are in the world. British Soccer Club Oxford cities to embrace Bitcoin payments. So another adoption. I might have covered this already in one of my other videos, but it says one of the oldest soccer clubs in the UK, Oxford City, will reportedly allow fans to purchase match tickets, food, and beverages in Bitcoin instead of a fiat currency. If you guys don't know what fiat currency is, it's the dollar or the piece of paper that you get from the bank thinking it's worth something when it's not worth crap. The initiative will see the light of day following a multi-year partnership between the team and the digital asset exchange Coin Corner. Over the years, the soccer industry has interacted with the world of crypto numerous times. Popular players such as Neymar, David Beckham, Andres Iniesta, and Ronald Dinho, whatever that name is, have displayed their interest in the sector. While similar to Oxford City, other clubs have embraced digital currencies as a means of settlement. So Bitcoin could become the new normal in English football. So we already know it's the new normal in the Divi project with La Liga. I talk about the Divi project on almost every show. La Liga is one of the major football, and over there they call it soccer, um, leagues. It's one of the biggest leagues in the world. So for Divi to project to partner with them for the next 3 years is huge. So go ahead and check that out. It says soccer and crypto. Many soccer icons have already hopped in the digital asset bandwagon in one form or another. For one, the Brazilian striker, two, non-fungible tokens from the popular collection Bored Ape Yacht Club. The 2005 Valiant winner teamed up with Decentralized exchange pools to launch his own token called Ron. Prior to that, he collaborated with Graph Blockchain to organize events and NFT experience for his fans. Binance free, Hunter exclusive. This link register. Blah blah blah. So yeah, you get the point. And then down here we got other stuff that's going on in the crypto world. After adopting Bitcoin, Central African Republic set to build a crypto hub. More adoption. Huge. So there's all kinds of huge crypto news out there, guys. You just got to go and not pay attention to the FUD. Follow what's good in cryptos. The more and more adoption that happens, the more and more we can make a difference in your community, in your own banking account, become your own bank, get out of the old system, get into the new, and understand what cryptos can do for you in your future. Blockchain technology is not going anywhere. In fact, it's advancing at the fastest pace ever. And then what we'll do is end it out today's show, and we'll go over what's going on with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's holding at $23,000. Well, I'd like to call it around 23,100. It's up 91% in the last 24 hours. Ethereum's up 2.1% 24 hours. Tether is flat like usual. Sometimes it drops down to like 99 point or 9.99, whatever. USDC, these are two stable coins. For those of you who don't know what stable coins are, they're supposed to be pegged to the dollar. So if you send them $1, they send you $1 in a stable coin. Theoretically, minus the fees of whatever service, wallet, exchange you use charges. The BNB token is running around 9.47% 7 days XRP. 7 days is down, but it's up in the last 24 hours. Polkadot is up 2.8%. Dogecoin is down. It is a Dogecoin. I don't need to say anymore. Polygon Matic, it's still up in the last 24 hours, but it's down the 7 day percent. But pay attention to Polygon. They're doing huge things. They have a lot going on with them. I went over that in my last couple of videos, so go back and check them out. Litecoin is the right coin. Sound money for the digital age. Why do I say that? It's been around as long as Bitcoin. You know, I think it's a couple years younger than it, but it came out right after Bitcoin's. Never had any downtime. There's uh, the transfer fees when transacting in Bitcoin are really cheap. I mean, Litecoin are really cheap, whereas Bitcoin, they're higher. Litecoin's faster, Bitcoin's slower, Litecoin's cheaper, Bitcoin's more expensive in fees. So I use Litecoin day to day for my peer-to-peer transactions to get out of the old system and start practicing in this system. Chainlink is another good project. Crypto.com is what they're all about. They're an exchange, they're a wallet. They've done a lot of advertising. Stellar is another good project. Cosmos, Monero. This is Flow. This is the article I just went over. See, they're up 33.7%. So go ahead and you can go to coinmarketcap.com, click on Flow, and then you can click on everything that has to do with them. This is their website, explorers, their community, their chat. Check out their white paper. Look at their all-time high. Find out where they were back here and find out where they're at now and where they possibly could go, especially with their merger with Instagram. That's huge. So what do? You buy the rumor and sell the news. So right now you got a rumor. When the news comes out and everybody starts flooding into it, that's when you sell if you don't like that project. These are ways to stay ahead in the bear market. Algorand is a good project. Filecoin's decent project. VeChain. I mean, all these projects I have here are good projects. The only one that I'm curious about and hesitant on, I do participate in it a little because I want to learn more about it, is Hedera, HBAR. Do research into it. Find out what it's about. But I don't like the way it's set up. But the people backing it are huge. So if you can ride their backs, make money off of it, in my opinion, I think it's being handled by the wrong people, and therefore I don't want to participate too much. But if I can make money from the wrong people and give it to the good people that want to do good in the world, that's what I'll do. Theta, obviously a great project. This is a steal from when I got into it. Axe Infinity, they're a gaming system, they're a gaming token. Quant, Aave, Helium, Maker. Why is that up? It's always up. Qcoin token. And then last but not least, actually I got one more before that one. Let me go up here. Go back here to my watch list. So Reef. Check out Reef. Look in their project. See what they got going on. Also look into Persistence and Digibyte. Digibyte's another decentralized platform like Litecoin that is really fast and cheap in fees. And to get it at this price is dirt cheap. Where they're going in the future is huge. I think they're going to be up there, in the top 100s very soon or within the next couple of years. Same with Divi. This is really cheap. 2 cents a Divi. Really huge. I talked about in my last video. You can launch a masternode. You can stake from their mobile wallet. They have a really good team behind them. I've met 3 of their team members in person at an event. Really great people. So with that being said, guys, hopefully you liked this video. If you did, smash the likes, share it with your friends and family. Get out of the dying debt-based system. Get your funds into your own hand. Get your assets into your own hand. And don't wait. Time is running out. You are still early in the crypto market. A lot of people ask me that are clients of mine, where do I see Bitcoin going? Do I have to buy a whole Bitcoin? How do I move my funds from Coinbase to a Ledger, or from Coinbase to Exodus, or Coinbase to Atomic? How do I move? All these things can be answered. Click the links down below and I can help you out. I have no problem in doing so. That's what I'm here for, is to help people get into this space correctly and understand what it's all about, and how to be involved in it. Because when I started, I didn't have no one. All I had was the internet, a lot of time researching it, and making a lot of mistakes. Well, I can help you avoid those mistakes. Just reach out. We're running on 30 minutes, so I'll let you guys go. Time is money, money is time. Thank you for watching this video. Take care. Have a good evening or a good day wherever you are in the world. God bless.